Good afternoon, Hattiesburg. Thanks for joining us for this Thursday afternoon briefing on COVID-19. Today we'll give our regular testing results. We'll talk about some testing numbers at C.E. Roy Community Center and how that's going. We'll talk about some very welcome non-COVID related city news and, of course, our regular act of courage. Today's numbers, these are the system-wide numbers for our healthcare organizations, Forest General, Merit Health Wesley, Semri, and Hattiesburg Clinic. To date, since this began, we have 12,701 tests that have been conducted for coronavirus. 1,338 have come back positive. 10,695 have come back negative. We have 668 tests currently pending. In the hospital right now, between Merit Health Wesley and Forest General, we have 39 total patients who are positive for COVID-19. That's about right where we've been over the last 14 days. In terms of ICU utilizations, we have 15, which is a little under where we've been over the last 14 days. Again, these are the most acute patients. And so looking at this over the last couple of months, since about the third week of April, we've been between 35 and the low 40s when it comes to hospitalizations. And ICU utilizations, we about 10 days ago, we hit a peak and then we started to come down. And so we've kind of sat underneath around that 15 mark, which is a welcome development as well. We did have one new death reported today in Forest County. We certainly send our condolences and well wishes to that family. That brings our total to 38 since COVID began. We had 5 in Lamar County, and that is 6 deaths in the last 7 days. In terms of overall infections, right now we are at 523 for Forest County. Again, those are not all active cases, which we'll talk about in just a second. Lamar County stands at 231, bringing our entire metro area to 754. When we look at trends, look at our 5-day average. This takes the number of new positive cases on a single day. It averages with the new positive cases on the 2 previous days and the new positive cases on the 2 days following that. And it really gives you the rate of change. And it also takes into account there may be days where you have really big spikes or dips, and it helps kind of iron that out so that doesn't skew your data. And so obviously the middle part of May is where we really kind of saw that big spike in Forest County. It takes into account there was a day of data reconciliation where some that were attributed to Forest County should have been attributed to Lamar County, and that was fixed. But right now, we're seeing that 5-day average of new positive cases continue to go down, which is, of course, a welcome sign for us. All right, the other thing we look at also is the number of new positive cases that have been diagnosed in the last 14 days. We don't use the word recovered with our local data because to be considered recovered with the CDC guideline, you have to have 2 negative tests after you've recovered from COVID. And so understanding that COVID usually is about a 14-day life cycle at the most, anything that's diagnosed outside of that 14-day window, past 14 days ago, typically, unless those persons have passed away, those are considered either survived or recovered. And so since in the past 14 days, we've had 166 people test positive for COVID in Forest County. Factoring in the 38 deaths we've had, that leaves 319 who have survived or recovered. Again, that's a very rough estimate. In Lamar County, 67 of our citizens have been diagnosed in the last 14 days, and factoring in the 5 deaths for Lamar County, that means 159 have likely recovered or survived COVID. And kind of taking this is the average of that 14-day average in terms of new cases, or we might consider active cases, because anything diagnosed in the last 14 days are likely to be active cases right now. And as we said yesterday, we're likely to see that number fall today, tomorrow, and on Saturday, which is exactly what happened today, because those really high days that we had on May 14th, May 15th, and May 16th, those are starting to cycle off that 14-day period, and so you'll likely see those inside 14-day cases continue to fall. And that's a good sign because we have some counties to our north who are seeing a lot of really exponential growth. And so y'all have been doing great work in terms of social distancing and wearing masks, and we hope this trend continues where the number of cases inside 14 days, which kind of are active cases, continues to fall. We want to make sure that we are protecting vulnerable populations. We want to make sure that we are preventing overrun of the healthcare system by slowing the spread. And as we reopen, we want to prioritize public health while giving the private sector the space it needs to operate. 4 factors kind of help dictate that process. Widespread availability of testing. We'll talk about one of our new testing sites in just a second. The wearing of masks, which there's still an opportunity for you to get a mask if you need one. We're going to continue to watch our own data, and we're going to listen to all voices, business, and healthcare. And so at the C.E. Roy Community Center, we announced this testing site a couple of weeks ago. It went live on Monday the 18th. We said there was a capacity of 70. We hit 70 by 1 p.m. on May 18th. Then we opened up more capacity for the following Wednesday, and we had 92 people. 77 tested last Friday. On Memorial Day of this week, we were still open, and we had 38 people come to get a COVID test. 54 folks came yesterday, and we will be open again tomorrow. If you need a COVID test, or if you know of anyone who does, please remember they can test for free, and this is only the diagnostic test. This is not the antibody test, but they can do that at the C. Roy Community Center Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 8 to 4 p.m. Also, if you have not picked up a mask, we still have a few hundred left at all of our fire stations. So right now, the most that are available are at Station 3, which is near the Bobby Chain Airport at 53 Academy Drive. We have several hundred available there. All of our other fire stations and the Chancery Building maybe have 100 to 150. That's as of this afternoon. So if you've not picked up a mask, I encourage you to get by first thing in the morning to go get those. And if you're with an organization or a business or a church that may be opening up this weekend, remember, you can call us if you have a need for a few hundred masks, or if you need some hand sanitizer. Please reach out to us. Call us at 601-545-4501. Again, that's 545-4501. You can ask for Betsy or email us at mayor@hattiesburgandmess.com. Let us know what you need. We're going to have a pickup time tomorrow between 10 a.m. and noon on Friday behind Jackie Dole Community Center, but please let us know ahead of time what you need. We'll set that aside for you. And in some very welcome non-COVID related city news today, we announced that we are about to start a project of rebuilding a very redesigned North 38th Avenue. Of course, North 38th Avenue is the western edge of the Southern Miss campus. It runs from Hardy Street all the way to 4th Street. This street has needed a lot of work for a long time, and so this is going to feature a landscape median. It's going to feature new asphalt, which I know people are excited about. It's going to feature a stoplight, actually, at Montague and 38th, which we've needed since I was in college. It'll also have some improved lighting along the new walking path that exists now, and so really going to be an enhancement to that area and that neighborhood. It's a $1.2 million project, 80% of which came from the federal state MPO, and we're very grateful to City Councilman Jeffrey George, our Forest County Supervisor for that area, Chris Bowen, and everyone who made this project possible. It's going to take until the end of the year to get this project done, but it's going to be a welcome addition to Ward 1. And our regular act of courage, we've spotlighted several churches that have been doing amazing work since COVID came to our city. One of those is Sweet Pilgrim Baptist Church. Pastor Sterling Rasco and his congregation have done several grab-and-go food bags, and they're also doing boxes of produce to those in need. They do these about once a week, and they're just doing phenomenal work in that community. And so we appreciate Sweet Pilgrim for all they're doing for serving the greater Hattiesburg area. And as we finish up this Thursday and go into Friday, remember to wash your hands, take care of yourself mentally and physically. Wear a mask, please, if you go out in public. Do only what is essential. Remember, you are safer at home. Have a good day.